Okay, so we start off this next wonderful new episode, and Arya is sick. She's laying on the couch, the girls are with her, and they're just talking and everything. And it's kind of odd how fast Arya gets sick, don't you think? I think it's a little bit odd. And of course, someone is staring at them through the window, like always. These girls always have somebody snooping around, looking at them and stuff. Then we go to Toby and Mona, and they're in, I consider it to be A's new lair and everything. And Toby mentions that Spencer is still pretty much lying to him, but Mona says that she can respect that and everything, that she's actually keeping this up. And Mona says something very interesting. She says that the girls need to realize, or they need to understand that she is in charge. Not Mona. She wasn't saying that she was in charge, but that another she was in charge. I was like, we're getting somewhere, people. So then we go to Emily and Toby. And Emily ends up getting the keys to Toby's place. And then she calls Spencer and says, mission accomplished, she got the keys. And so you're like, okay, so what's going on here? Then we go to Caleb and Hannah. Caleb is on the phone with somebody. And he mentions that he doesn't want Hannah to get hurt and stuff. And Hannah overhears it. She confronts him. And then he's all like, oh, it's just my mom. It was nothing. Then Toby comes into the picture. His sexy self has no shirt on. And Spencer mentions that, she wishes she could spend their anniversary with each other, but she has this dinner thing, and then he leaves. Her mom comes in, and she gives Spencer, I believe it was a lasagna recipe, and this has all been a plot, pretty much, a story, so Toby won't realize that Spencer is planning something special for their anniversary, which is so sweet. It really is. But, anyways. Then Meredith. I underestimated this. I'm just going to say it. I underestimated this bitch. And you know what? I never should have. Because she stole Arya's phone and told her mom that Arya was feeling better. You are a lie. You are a liar. Meredith makes me sick to my stomach now. I actually fell for that little crap in the last episode. Let me tell you, she was snooping before Arya woke up and all this other stuff. I was like, Okay, so Emily decides that she will follow Caleb for Hannah. And while she's following him, he kind of walks into this little cafe area. But then she gets a text from Spencer. But we're going to get back to that in just a quick second. Hannah goes to this job interview, little kind of boutique type of a place. And while she's there, she gets attacked by A. And she ends up getting a text after A leaves. And it says, next time you'll be left faceless, A. But as A walked out, dropped a key with the letter A on it. I'm saying A way too much, I know. And Hannah picks it up and stuff. And then you later on find out that the place where she was going for the job interview, the lady who owned the boutique moved like a month ago. So going back to the text that Emily got, the text was from Spencer telling her that Hannah got attacked by A. And then she leaves, and then Caleb was there to meet up with Paige, and they discuss everything that's going on pretty much. So Hannah's with Emily and Spencer, and Spencer eventually leaves after they talk about what happened to Hannah. And Hannah says the cutest thing. She says, if you pretty much really want to surprise him, wear 5-inch heels and stand there completely naked when he walks in the door. I was like, Hannah, you naughty little thing. What you've been up to. But anyways, so then we go to Arya. Tell me how I knew that she was being drugged by Meredith. Okay? Like I said, the sickness came on out of nowhere. The girl got drugged pretty much into sickness. Drugged into sickness. Yes, I went there. And she kind of has a dream. And Allison is there. And she kind of takes the pages back. And then they discuss everything. And Allison mentions that she just really needed the money and all this stuff. And that, she's the one who tells Arya to stop drinking whatever the heck it was that Meredith gave her. And she did. Well, when she finally officially woke up. But then she's pretty much locked in her room. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Whew. So Meredith, she is desperate to get some pills, okay? I knew that. I knew she was drugging Arya. I mean, let's be real. Who can sleep that much, even when they're sick? I'm just saying. Anyways, so Arya, she's so desperate to get out of her room. She tries to pick the lock. She breaks a hand mirror and holds a shard in her hand as she goes to sleep. So I'm guessing her plan was when Meredith comes back, she gonna stab the bitch, okay? She gonna cut the bitch. But anyways, that didn't work out so well, but we're gonna get into that in a minute. Who else got scared when Toby looked through that window? I freaked out. I went, oh, shoot. Okay, it really, really scared me for half a second. He and Spencer kiss and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, going back to why I'm freaking out right now. Arya wakes up and Meredith is standing above her, holding the shard of glass. Arya tries to get up and Meredith slams her back down into the bed. Then there's a flash of lightning. Arya runs out of the room, runs down the stairs, tries, I'm guessing, call 911. And how the heck, I don't know how their house is set up, theoretically, but how the heck did Meredith end up behind her? I mean, she knocked Arya out. Knocked her out. I would have left the house. I would have gotten in front of some witnesses. I would have been screaming. I would have been yelling for help. Screw running through the house. I would have jumped out a window. Literally. It would have gotten someone's attention. It would have. Whew. Meredith, the crazy son of a... I'm going to need these girls to think. You show up at your friend's house. You haven't heard from her all day. You know she's really, really sick. You show up to her house during a thunderstorm. Lights go out. You go upstairs. You can't find her anywhere. Meredith's there in the dark. She tells you they need to go down to the basement in the dark. Instead of letting Meredith go down there first, they walk past her. She slams the door on them and locks them down in the basement in the dark. Then they find Arya knocked out on the basement floor. These girls need to think. That's all I'm going to say. Arya's dad comes back and Meredith tells him that the girls know everything. And he goes down to the basement and he tells the girls, after he sees their weapons, that they don't need to be afraid of him or anything. And he talks about pretty much how he was prepared to tell Arya's mom everything. But then Allison went missing. You know, we went into a flashback and everything of the last time that he saw her. And he says that, but the longer she was gone, the harder it became to tell the truth. And he did not kill Allison. So basically, he's telling Arya and the girls that he did not have anything to do with her death. And then we see Toby, you find out it's Toby, go back into Spencer's house and look for the key. But Spencer has it, and she walks up behind him and says, "Is this what you're looking for?" So when Toby turns around, Spencer looks so heartbroken. He asks her how long she's known, and remember, I don't know if I even mentioned this in the video so far, but when she was at his place, she opened up a drawer, and you could see his little ID, which would prove that he is involved with what's going on. And she pulls that out. At first I thought she completely missed that because of the way they did the scene, but apparently she did see it and she had it with her. He leaves after you hear Spencer's mom come in, and Spencer just breaks down crying. She is very upset. And then we have Arya and Arya's dad. He tells her basically, you know, that he will go to the police just so that she will believe that he had nothing to do with this. And then she gets up and she puts the pages from Allie's diary in the fire, saying that she believes her dad. And then Meredith pretty much has gone missing and all that stuff, yada yada. She needs to be gone. She just needs to be gone. And then we go into Spencer. She's basically crying in front of Toby's place, but Toby's not there. It's Mona. And then they show a preview of the next episode. Did I see Toby and Spencer all up on each other? Or was that just my imagination? I just want to know. I hope that was my imagination, but it did look like they were trying to get into some stuff again. Okay, very quickly, I love this episode. I'm really looking forward to the next one. But one part of this episode did worry me a bit. It was the part where Arya's dad said that he was going to go to the police. Remember what happened to Garrett? I feel like if Arya hadn't said what she said and he did go to the police, we'd have another murder on our hands. For some reason, I kind of got a feeling that that might have happened if that did play out in the episode or in the next episode to come. So other than that, tell me what you guys liked, tell me what you guys disliked, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Take care.